Good morning, and welcome to my presentation on the ethics of targeted marketing. For today's topic, I will be exploring the foundation of targeted marketing and its relevancy to the new e-commerce industry. I will be touching base on just how valuable personal information can be and the issues that arise from the careless handling of such data. I will examine the techniques used by a few known companies in order to gain insight on where marketing companies choose to draw the line. Targeted marketing is a way for companies to get the right products to the right people. In order to do this, companies widely practice a method of targeting customers based on similar interests using data mining. With a certain amount of user data, many companies can successfully profile the interests of the consumer and sell their products and services. With the shift towards e-commerce and the rising popularity of ordering products online from the comfort of your own home, companies are constantly on the lookout for new and effective ways of online marketing. Unlike physical ads that have been studied and refined for centuries, online marketing is a relatively new domain with its own set of expectations and standards. Consumers now have more control over what they are exposed to by using such tools as ad and pop-up blockers. Because of this, companies are becoming more and more aggressive with their methods of targeting a consumer's interests and catching their attention. With the appearance of the online identity, companies have found another way to put a dollar on your head. Personally getting to know the consumer is a dying art form and has now been replaced by what is known as data mining. Instead of going directly to the consumer and asking them what they want, companies are now gathering large pools of raw data to profile the consumer's interests. Many marketers reach out to companies whose sole purpose are to mine this information, and it's very profitable. They have methods of getting to your information one way or another, but what you put out there publicly on social networks and forums is the easiest target. Age, gender, race, religion, hobbies, and political views are just countless pieces of personal data waiting to be harvested. The amount of consumer information that can be found, collected, and then disclosed to a limitless amount of marketers is a scary thought. While some information could be gathered through public access, other companies are sneaky and deceitful in getting the user to voluntarily hand over that information. Once they have it, there is no telling how they may use it. The spam you find in your inbox is likely a result of someone buying your email address. The prices on a website could be going up or down because you fit a certain profile. But even if your personal information isn't misused, could there be something done to avoid exposing this information to malicious marketers at all? There are several benefits to both consumer and company when targeted marketing is done effectively. Companies will argue that a user is being shown only what they want to see and don't have to sift through pages of unrelated products or services. Because of this, they get what they want faster and with less hassle. It is also extremely helpful for niche businesses who may find it harder to reach their target audience with so many related keywords and criteria. When it comes to online advertising, three big companies come to mind: Facebook, Google, and Amazon.com. The first to be looked at is Facebook, with the most notorious reputation of the lot. It has the largest database of personal profiles ever and doesn't fail to take advantage of it. In its latest effort to increase revenue, Facebook now allows companies to trawl through all 900 million of its users and buy access to profiles. This means that if a company has a piece of your personal information, such as a phone number, they can search for you and then buy your profile to extract additional information. The second company known for its advertising, is Google. Unlike Facebook, Google does not directly sell pieces of your information to advertisers. Instead, it boasts a reputable system of keyword marketing, where companies can bid to show their ads when a user searches for certain keywords. Using this method, companies are never actually given any personal information for any user, because Google handles all the targeting mechanics for them. The third company to be looked at is Amazon.com, which provides a portal for retailers to sell their products. Part of Amazon's success is tailoring its advertisements based on your editable browsing history. As a retailer, its goal is to offer products on its website similar to what you have shown interest in or purchased. The first principle of the ACM Code of Ethics we will be looking at is avoiding harm to others. Facebook violates this rule by exposing traceable data to third parties, who collect data that the user never intended to expose. Google and Amazon do not seem to expose sensitive data, so they are not harming anyone. The second principle to look at is to be honest and trustworthy. Facebook hides changes to its privacy policy in its gigantic terms of service, and claims it does not sell personal data. Google and Amazon are known to store your information, but have not actively made a move to sell it as they state. The final ethical principle is to respect the privacy of others. All three companies store your information and reserve the right to change their privacy policy at any time. The amount of information Google has is quite scary. The first principle of the ACM Code of Ethics we will be looking at is to avoid harm to others. Facebook violates this rule by exposing traceable data to third parties, who collect data that the user never intended to expose. Google and Amazon do not seem to expose sensitive data, so they are not harming anyone. The second principle to look at is to be honest and trustworthy. Facebook hides changes to its privacy policy in its gigantic terms of service, and claims it does not sell any personal data. Google and Amazon are known to store your information, but have not actively made a move to sell it, as they state. The final ethical principle is to respect the privacy of others. All three companies store your information and they reserve the right to change their privacy policy at any time. The amount of information Google has is quite scary and could potentially be released one day, but that hasn't happened. Targeted marketing is not ethical or unethical in and of itself. However, the way the information is gathered and used is what leads this to become an ethical dilemma. Although there are many opportunities for data mining companies to turn a profit, it is always an active decision by the company to behave ethically or not. In this scenario, Facebook has taken the opportunity to make every dime they can as far as the law allows them. Google and Amazon, however, still turn quite a profit in a more respectable manner. The benefits can definitely outweigh the costs, as shown by Google's invaluable service as a search engine.